Warning, this content contains foul language, violence, and gore. Enjoy the story. Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Last time on What If Deku was the son of Hela. As Odin appeared in front of Izuku while he was driving, as eventually Odin asked for Izuku's help in a war that's approaching very rapidly against the Greek pantheon. As Izuku told Odin to give him a day, he'll think about it, as he immediately returns back home to his mother. As Hela informed Izuku to help help Odin. In the moment that he's weak enough, strike him down and kill him, so she could be free and conquer Asgard. As soon as she conquers Asgard, she tells Izuku that you're going to be conquering Midgard at the same time. While Hela's conquering Midgard, while Hela is conquering Asgard, taking the throne, Izuku's going to attack Earth in the name of Hela. He finally came to face with the Greek pantheons. As Izuku begins to disrespect Hercules in the most vicious way possible, as Izuku threatened to kill all the Pantheon's gods, he vowed that he will rip them to shreds. He knows full well he's there to kill Odin. He doesn't hate his grandfather. This is just his mother's wish. He will obey his mother because Izuku knows that he's not power enough to challenge her. Izuku's not stupid enough to think that he could overpower his mother. When Izuku was created, she split the Necroblade in half and gave one half to Izuku and kept a half for herself, in case her son gets any cute ideas. Precautions, in case. As we start our episode off, as Izuku's in the meat hall with everyone as they're having a feast before the big battle. As you have Thor, Loki, Enchantress, Sif, it's Sif, I think, not Sith, but Sif. I think that's her name. How you pronounce it? She's a Viking. Not a Viking, but a Valkyrie. As everyone, drinking mead, as everyone's, quite drunk. Izuku's not drinking because he doesn't drink alcohol because he's underage. As Sif sees, Izuku just walk off. Everyone's having a fun time as she, follows him. As Izuku just gets some fresh air. As he sits on one of the steps, Izuku creates a Necroblade. A Necro dagger. As he just, he's just looking at it. Hela's son. As Izuku looks up, as she, sits down next to him, we haven't officially met. I'm Sif. I am your uncle's, you would call it fiancé. We're to be betrothed. Thor has great fondness for you, Izuku. I just simply wanted to get to know you before the battle. Well, Lady Sif, what do you want to know? Sif, this place is quite beautiful. It has its charm. I grew up in, well, pretty much hell. After all, you know who my mother is. Yeah, I've dealt with your mother before. I know most of you probably don't trust me, and you have good reason not to trust me. After all, I am the son of Hela. I'm not like my uncle Thor, or you, Sif, or even Odin. I'm different from the rest of you Asgardians, the rest of the Asgardians race. I might be from the same race as you, but we're totally different. What do you mean, Hela, son? Simple, Sith. I don't have what you rest of you have. I'm full prepared to eliminate anyone that gets in my way of me or my mother. We are aligned at the moment. Helping you guys out for now, but my loyalty will always be with my mother. Just keep that in mind. Whatever happens in the future, I have no control over it. You have a good night. You should probably check on Thor. He's pretty drunk. Oh, there you are, Sith. As Thor comes stumbling, "Oh, nephew, why aren't you joining the festivities?" "You know, Thor, I'm underage." "Nah, who cares? If you're old enough to fight, you're old enough to drink." "Very well, Thor, You say... As very well, Thor, I give." "That's the boy. Come on." "You coming, Sith?" No, I'm gonna take a walk." "Very well. Come on, nephew. I could, regale you on many of my battles." Really leave? As Izuku turns to Sif. Remember what I said, Sif. As she nods as she walks off as she's scared as Izuku is hinting that what's going to happen to her. Hinting that something's going to happen at some... Izuku is basically giving her a warning. He doesn't hate everyone here. He just doesn't have a choice. Sif walked past a couple of Valkyries. Everyone. Get everyone together. We're having having an emergency meeting immediately. Get all the girls together. Get all the Valkyries. Yes, understood, Lady Sif. She looks at the distance as she looks at the distance at where Izuku went to. "Don't do anything stupid, Izuku. I would hate to have to kill you." As she walks off, why would he warn me though? He says he's totally loyal to his mother. But if he's here under his mother's orders, she's up to something. But why would he willingly give me a warning? Who are you truly aligned with, Izuku? As that same night, Rogue is in her room. As she's just sulking in her room as, Kitty Pryde, walks in or fades right in. "What's wrong, Rogue?" Nothing. I just miss him, that's all." "That knucklehead's not doing anything crazy while he's away." "Yeah, he probably is. No offense, Rogue, but he scares me." "He's a sweetheart." "No, Rogue. I see the look in his eye. He's a very cold guy. But yet, he has a... somehow he has a soft spot for you. So I guess that's, somewhat a deeming quality of him." Now, Kitty, I know he's not a good person. I know he's have taken lives before. I see it in his eyes. He has the same look as my mother, Mystique. As Fenris is scratching on her door, Fenris, what you're doing here? As Master, Master told me to send these to you. Young Master told me to deliver these to you. This day, this time. I do not why. He was very specific. It was a bunch of letters. It came with a box. As in the box, Rogue sees like a videotape. As Izuku created a video before he met Odin the next day. Rogue immediately runs to Professor, Xavier. It's a videotape from Izuku as Xavier immediately puts it in. As there's the picture of one of his safe houses that he was staying in before he saw Odin the next day. Hello, Rogue. I wish I could see you in person under better circumstances, but this has to do for now. I'll be going to Asgard, fighting a war. About time you get this, the war will be pretty much almost starting. But that's not why I want to talk about. And I expect you already ran to Charles. Hello, Xavier. It's been a while. I am terribly sorry what's about to happen. When I return to Midgard, it won't be as a friend. It will be as a conqueror. Now, that said, Charles, I do not want to do this. I really don't. But I do not have a choice in the matter. My mother ordered it. I must obey. I don't have the necessary power to oppose her. She's planning to conquer both Midgard and Asgard at the same time. It's 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 scary how brilliant she is. You must gather all the heavy hitters you possibly can. If you have to go to the Avengers, so be it. You must stop me. If Hela gets a hold of this realm, she'll rip it apart. And I do not want to see Rogue's home in that state. Oh, you probably don't trust me, Xavier. You have you have every right not to trust me. But you could trust one thing. My fondness for Rogue. I would do anything for her. It came at a rush. It it wasn't intentional. Me developing feelings for her, but it happened. Happened a little fast. I'm still not used to this sort of feeling because not only do I have to conquer Earth, I have to assassinate my own grandfather. That I cannot change. I can't lie. I'm some level. I want to do it for what he did to my mother. At the same time, I hold no grudge toward the man. He has a lot of responsibility as a king. I'm not coming alone. My mother has gifted me with a army of the undead. It won't take me long to wipe out the pantheon of the Greek pantheon. But there's a side problem with that. Each god I kill, my blade gets stronger. Well, I get stronger for each god I slay. Never killed a god before. I've killed demigods. but never a full-fledged god. So I don't know what type of effect it will have on me mentally. There's a good possibility that I might not be myself when I return to Midgard. Only reason I'm giving you even a warning is because this is Rogue's home. Rogue's realm. I do have some fondness for the mutant population. Wouldn't rescue so many of you if I did not care about your kind. I have a negative opinion, a very low opinion of normal humans. But you mutants are different. Getting me down won't be easy. I'll explain my abilities in great detail. As Izuku explains every ability he has. And that's pretty much about it, Charles. I am sorry, Rogue. I hope we don't see each other again on the battlefield. I don't want to hurt you. That's the last thing I want to do. Well, until we meet again. Goodbye. As the thing shuts off, as immediately, Rogue goes through the letters. Fenris immediately left after she dropped the letters off in the package to Rogue. As Fenris, she didn't think nothing of it. She just thinks it's, personal letters towards Rogue and maybe a gift. But Fenris was totally wrong on that one. As Ezekiel's just making plans for the future. He doesn't want to kill these people, but he doesn't really have a choice in the matter. As Xavier immediately contacted the Avengers, as they gather, a plan when Ezekiel makes his return to Midgard. Charles did actually, contact Magneto. He informative of the situation. Yeah, if Hela gets control of Midgard, yeah, his little island will be in danger too. So he joined forces with everyone. As we cut back to Izuku, as it doesn't, everything's going to plan. As Izuku and the Asgardians are heading towards Mount Olympus, Mount Olympics, whatever. Olympus, the home of the Greek pantheon. As everyone got to their warriors, the Valkyries, Thor, everyone gets to the golden gates of Olympus. As Ezekiel walks up towards the gate, I see, puts his hand onto it. Ah, such a shame. It's a nice looking gate. Oh well. As Ezekiel cocks his hand back, immediately he pounds the gate from the impact as there's a ching noise as the gate immediately shoots outwards, hitting several of the buildings in Mount Olympics. Oh yeah, I'm pronouncing that wrong, by the way. I know that's not how it's pronounced. Yeah, I have a dry mouth. I need to get some water. Gates of Mount Olympus. I think that's about right. Whatever, it's what it is. As Odin yells charge, as everyone starts bursting through, as the battle of the battle between the two pantheons begin. As Izuku walks through Olympus, as immediately Hermes comes rushing at Izuku, as he clocks Izuku right in the face, as Izuku gets thrown back a little bit, as Izuku spits out a bit of blood. Hermes, I guess you're the first one I'm gonna kill. It's a shame that I can only kill you once. As Izuku creates his Necroblade, as he slowly walks over towards Apollo. As Apollo disappears, as he begins to fight Izuku, as Izuku's dodging out of the way very easily. Oh, man, you're boring. Figured you'd do a lot better than that. As immediately Hermes kicks Izuku in the stomach as Izuku blocked it with his other hand. None of that. As Izuku immediately stabs the blade into Hermes' leg, grabs him by the face, slams him down. As he stomps on the blade, as it goes through his leg, as Hermes screams out in pain, as Izuku grabs onto his mouth. No screaming. You wake the neighbors. After all, can't be rude. You know, this is a good opportunity to test this out. I've always wondered about this. The son of Hela. As Izuku's having him pinned down, as Izuku's torturing him. I inherited mother's ability, the touch of death. Now, I wonder if that would work on you Olympians. Let's test it out. As Izuku's hands starts glowing green, a little bit of green energy is animating from his hand, as he goes and touches Apollo, as nothing happens. I guess it doesn't work on you lot. No matter. As he chops his head off, as blood splatters over his face. Apparently he was a bleeder. No matter. As Izuku grabs onto his head, as he grabs it by the hair, as he walks down Olympus, as he starts killing any god he sees, as immediately he's throwing necro swords at them as they're being pinned to the ground, as Izuku starts ripping off their heads. Everyone he kills. After ripping out, after ripping out the hearts. Izuku was the only one in this sector, as you see a pile of bodies, scattered all over their version of a street in Olympus, or a walkway. As a lot of the buildings are covered in blood, as all the bodies are missing their heads. As Izuku has each head on a necro spear implanted into the ground, as Izuku's just waiting. As suddenly, some Olympians get to Izuku area as it's Hera and Hercules with Ares. As they see the scene, as they look at Izuku, well, a tad late, aren't you guys? You missed the show. Didn't I tell you I was going to eradicate you all? I'm good with my word. Now, who wants to die first? As immediately Hulk is taken over by rage. Not Hulk, sorry, as Hercules is taken over by rage. Can't believe I said Hulk. I don't know why that, but Hulk doesn't come later. But anyways, as Hercules is overtaken by pure rage, as he screams out and as Hera tells her to stop. Ares and Hera is telling Hercules to stop. As Izuku immediately is catch him in midair. As he has him by the face. As immediately Hercules starts screaming out in pain. As his skin starts to boil. As Izuku's using fire, as he's burning him alive from the inside. As you can see glimpses of green fire. As Hercules is screaming out in pain. As he's wailing his arms around, he's hitting Izuku in the face over and over again as Izuku's just standing there, looking at Hera the whole time, as he's burning Hercules alive, as he drops the corpse, as when it hits the ground, as it evaporates into ash. As Hera looks terrified, what type of monster are you? A very good one. Now who shall I kill next? You. As he appears in front of the god of war, Ares, as he grabs him by the face, as he starts kneeing him in the stomach, as he sidekicks Hera as she goes flying into a building. I'm saving you for later. As Izuku places his hand on Ares' side of his ribs, as immediately he shoots out neck girl daggers into his body, as Ares coughs up blood, as Izuku rips onto his jaw and just rips it off his he rips his bottom jaw off. As he drops him, as he creates a necroblade, stabbing into his head. As he pulls it out, as he fries him with fire. Izuku wasn't paying attention as Loki's been watching Izuku the whole time. As Loki's and the Enchantress, they step backwards with a scared expression. Sister, what type of monster did you create? I know you there, Loki. What are you doing? Just keeping an eye on you, nephew. I was worried, as, a proper uncle should. I know you're lying, but I really don't care at the moment. I need to find some more gods to kill. Uncle, you look terrified. No, I'm not terrified at all. I see. Now you might excuse me. I have some more Greek gods to encounter. This is going to be a lot of fun. Oh, and Loki, don't touch Hera. I'm saving her for last. And if I find out you killed her, well, you won't like my response. For each god Izuku kills, it sends shockwaves out to the rest of the pantheons. They're becoming aware of Izuku's actions, as all the pantheons know that the Greek pantheons are being slaughtered. As Izuku Necroblade's been absorbing the energy off of each god he's killed, in return giving Izuku more power. As this is happening each time he kills every god he comes across. As this time Izuku's just been going a blood blast, as Mount Olympus is covered in blood. As wherever you went, as Izuku left an impression. As he hunted down majority of the rest of the god pantheons, one after another, killing them brutally and chopping off their heads. And taking out and ripping out the hearts. That's what he does the whole time battling with the Greek gods. There's a lot of minor gods that's not very important. So in this what if, I'm just saying they have a lot more population of gods than they do in canon. But I'm just saying there's some, minor gods and some demigods and some stuff like that. And Izuku just been massacring them one after another. As by now, Izuku's, covered in blood. As he gets to the scene where Poseidon, Zeus, and Hades is fighting against Odin and Thor. And some other people. And, Sif is there as well. As Izuku knows Loki, as he's carrying Hera, As, I have a thought. As Izuku immediately give me her, as he grabs her by the throat. As Izuku immediately throws as a necroblade shoots out of Izuku's palm of his hand, as it goes towards Zeus, as a cut, as it pierces his cheek, as he looks past at Izuku, as his eyes widen. Release my wife, little shit. Language. I'm still very young. Oh, yeah, your wife. Oh, about that. Here's the thing is, there's only one way you can save your wife at this moment. As she's already gaining consciousness, as Izuku's squeezing. Simple. Kill your brother, and I'll release her. I won't harm her in any way, shape, or form. Kill them both. Who's more important? Your wife? The mother of your children? Or your two brothers? Poseidon and Hades. What will you do, Zeus, the gods of Mount Shit Olympus? Hera stares daggers at Izuku. You killed my son. I'm going to kill you. Oh, which one? There was two of them. Not that freaking bastard. Hercules, Ares. Oh, you mean that guy? Yeah, he died pretty easy. The time's ticking, Zeus. In 5 minutes, I'm going to break her neck. So I suggest you kill your two brothers before then. I would start moving. Izuku, that's quite enough. Nephew, you've gone too far. Oh, you haven't seen too far. Zeus turns to his brothers. I'm sorry, brothers. Zeus, wait! As immediately he shoots a lightning bolt strictly at Zeus and Hades. Izuku shock Hera. I suggest you keep an eye. I want you to watch this. This is what happens when you piss me off. I'm gonna make you watch while your husband butcher his own brothers. You shouldn't have attacked Asgard. Now you will pay the price. What are you? I am Izuku, son of Hela. As the light show ends, as you have his two brothers on the ground dead. Are you satisfied now, you little shit? Release her. Very well. As he released, Hera. As Hera, runs over to Zeus. As Odin walks over to Hera and Zeus. Can we stop this now? I don't want to go any further than this. Enough people have died today. Before anyone could before Zeus can respond, as Zeus sees a burst of blood burst through Odin's chest, as he sees a black sword sticking out, as it barely missed Zeus's face, as he has another cut on his cheek. As his eyes widen, so does Hera's. As they say Izuku behind Odin. My apologies, grandfather. I did not want to do this, but I had no choice. Mother sends her regards. The pure shock on everyone's face, especially Hera and Zeus. As Izuku pulls his blade out, as he catches Odin, as he gently sets him on the ground. As Odin has a smile on his face. Why are you smiling, old man? You're gonna die. I know. I know this day was gonna happen. I know this was gonna happen at the moment I asked for your help. But why? If you knew this was gonna happen, why did you seek my help? To meet my grandson, of course. Listen, boy. Listen well. I will give you last words of wisdom. As he coughs up a little blood. Not follow your mother's path. That will only lead to pain and suffering. Sif, don't. Why? It's fine. I was going to die either way. Then looks at Izuku. You remind me so much of my daughter. Your mother, Hela. As he slowly fades away, as Izuku shuts his eyes, or shuts Odin's eyes, as Izuku gets up, as Thor, why? He was family. He was your grandfather. I know. It's all over now. Mother is free. You'll pay for this. As immediately Thor threw his hammer strictly at Izuku. As Izuku struck out his palm out, grabbed it, as he's holding it still, as he's trying to push pressure on Izuku. As everyone has, shocked face on their... Everyone has a shocked look on their face, as Mirror is cracking little by little bit. I don't think I won't. As immediately, Izuku crushes Thor's hammer as there's an explosion, as everyone gets thrown backwards as they see Izuku in the middle of the room, unharmed. You lot tend to forget who I am. I am Izuku, son of Hela, goddess of death. As Loki reappeared, as he appeared suddenly behind Izuku's back, as he has a dagger about to stab Izuku. Ah, Loki. As Izuku seems to fade out of it, as the knife goes right through him, as he's using Loki's trick, as he grabs onto Loki's face. Uncle, uncle, uncle. That was very stupid of you. Mother always said you were a tricky one. Now, stay down. I mean, he slams him into the ground. As immediately Izuku's using, as immediately the gravity starts to get heavier. As it's hard standing up. Everyone's are on the ground. As each person has their own little imprint into the cement ground. Or marble ground, or whatever, what material, Zeus has in the little palace or whatever. He walks over to Zeus, grabs him by the hair, drags him in front of Hera. Now you're gonna watch me while I butcher your husband right in front of you. I suggest you say your goodbyes. As Zeus looks at Hera, I'm sorry. Immediately, Ezekiel chopped as he slit his throat, as his head goes flying across the room. As Ezekiel looks at Hera, now that's the look I'm looking for. Pure terror. Look that you know that you're going to die. all hope is lost. That's the look I wanted to see. Now, you can die. As he puts his hand towards Hera, as immediately several necroblades shoot out, piercing her body as she falls to the ground dead. As everyone sees the energy that's being absorbed into Izuku through the blade, as all the blades dissipate into the air. He doesn't leave them. Yeah, when he shoots them out, it doesn't stay for that very long. He could control when it dissipates. So, fix that little thing I forgot to mention. Oh, my loving family. I'm not going to kill any of you. Only reason I killed grandfather is because, well, Hera. Well, not because of Hera. I wanted to kill her anyways, but not her. Hela, my mother, ordered his death. I didn't have a choice in the matter. I'm not stupid enough to oppose my mother. I'm nowhere near powerful enough. Even I know that. And I actually like grandfather. He's been nice to me. I suggest you stop worrying about me and start worrying about Asgard. By this time, Mother's already made her move. Don't worry, the gravity will come in, go back to normal in about 5 minutes. You might excuse me. I have to do something that I really don't want to do. As Izuku opens a portal to Midgard. As Thor has a terrified look in his face, as he knows that's the Midgard, that's Earth. As he screams, Izuku, stop! As the portal closes, as Izuku disappears. As that's where we're going to stop our part off. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones, and I'll catch you in the next video.